What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. It's New Comic Book Wednesday, and here I am in my local comic book shop, Bases Cards and Comics, right here in Lancaster, California, to bring you guys my comic book pull list. Now, if you don't know what a comic book pull list is, there should be a video right up here somewhere where you can go and learn a little bit more about that, but it may not be there right now. It'll probably be there a little bit later because I'm doing this live, and that's just how it goes. So, getting right into my comic book pull list, I'm going to start off with Marvel, then I'm going to go into DC and small press publishers. And starting off with Marvel, as I always do, with issue number 1 of Bounty Hunter, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Now, I've obviously never read this series. I'm not really big into like the Star Wars books or anything, but hey, I mean, did you see that cover? That's a pretty sick cover. And, so I went ahead and decided to pick this one up and, bring you guys a review. I'll bring you guys a review for this here a little bit later on here on the channel. Because you guys know that last month, I even did the same thing with what this issue number 2 is. I got Star Wars Darth Vader issue number 2 as well. You guys, I bought last month's issue. I got this month. I was kind of wondering, like, when is the next one coming out? And then lo and behold, it was this week. I didn't even realize. So I can't wait to read this one. Issue number 1, I thought was actually a pretty good book. It was actually a very good series. Let me see here. There we go. Oh, okay. So anyway, guys, yes. There. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's it for the Star Wars ones. Moving on to the next one, I've got Gwen Stacy. Issue number 2 is going to be the second book that I have here. I haven't read this one yet, but I did read issue number 1. I thought issue number 1 is actually, it was a pretty good series. I'm not sure if you guys have got a chance to check this one out, but if you do, check it out. I mean, it was it's not like something serious or anything big or crazy or anything like that, but I thought it was a pretty good book. Now, the next one I have here is going to be Peter Porker Spectacular Spider-Ham, issue number 4. Now, guys, this one is it's been a silly book. Definitely one of the more silly series out there. It's probably not for everybody. If you want something a little more serious, like it's Spider-Ham. It's silly. It's fun, right? Come on. How could you deny Peter Porker Spider-Ham? So anyway, moving on to the next one I've got here. This is going to be Hawkeye Free Fall, issue number 4. Now, this one right here, I've actually got a chance to read this one already. I thought this Hawkeye Free Fall issue number 4, it's been pretty good. The series overall has been pretty decent. I have no complaints about what's been going on here. I mean, little minor things, nothing bad, but I think this one's going to be done pretty soon anyway. I think it's only a 5 or 6 issue miniseries. But I've quite enjoyed Hawkeye Freefall. One thing I'll tell you I definitely like about this book is Matthew Rosenberg is writing this book. I like his writing for a lot of the books that he does. But also, they've had Spider-Man in here. Spider-Man ended up being in, what was it? I think issue number 2. And then he kind of showed up here in issue number 4 again as well. And again, I like Matthew Rosenberg's writing. I think I'd like to see him take a shot at maybe a Spider-Man book. I'm not sure if he's done one in the past. I'm sure he probably has. But yeah, I think I'd like to see that. Moving on, the next one I have here is Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality, issue number 4. Guys, this one has been one hell of a book. I really like this kind of alternate universe Spider-Man. The art in this book is really great. It's being done by Greg Land and Jay Lisson and Frank Diamata. And Peter David is writing the story here. They did a series just like this previously called, it was just Symbiote Spider-Man just last year, done by the same crew who was doing this book. And I'm telling you, I really do like what's going on here with Symbiote Spider-Man. And I think there's only 1 issue left here. I could be mistaken. It might be a 6-issue miniseries, but I'm pretty sure it's only 5. So, you don't want to miss out on this one. The next one I have here, guys, this one is a really good book this week. If you haven't been reading this, you're really missing out. But today we got Thor issue number 4. And guys, let me tell you, the sparks really fly in this one. This is one you're definitely going to want to read this week. If you've been reading Thor, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this one. This book was really excellent. And we know what happened in issue number 3 as Thor and Beta Ray Bill were getting ready to go duke it out. And then we see the conclusion of that and what's going on in this story. I do got to say that I kind of feel like the story feels a little bit rushed here, just because I don't know. It just feels a little bit rushed here, like they were just trying to hurry and get the last of this story pushed out. Not in a bad way, but like almost like they were trying to get this first story arc wrapped up in 5 issues. Like maybe they should have aimed for 10, or maybe they did, and maybe this issue just seems rushed to me for no reason. But not in a bad way. It was still a very, very good book. But I almost had a feeling that this was going to happen, but I kind of wish there was something else that was going to that happened here instead of what exactly happens. Moving on, I've got Jessica Jones Blind Spot issue number 5, and overall I gotta say, I don't know, I haven't read this one yet, but this series so far, it's been okay. It's been nothing special, nothing to write home about. It's not great, it's not bad, it's an okay book. Which brings me to my next book, which is Punisher Soviet issue number 5. There is 1 issue left on this miniseries, and this is what do they call it? The Max Comics right there, where basically that means it's got some naughty stuff in there, and really, the only thing I've noticed is a couple of cuss words, the F word maybe a couple times, and no, not the F word, like the 4-letter F word, but the F word that you can't really say in public or online or in places like that, or else you'll get in a lot of trouble by people. Yeah, that F word. But I thought issue number 5 of Punisher Soviet, it was okay. I don't know, the story almost seems a little bit predictable, but I don't know. And like I said, the art doesn't really fully do it for me in the Punisher Soviet series as well. The next one I have here, guys, is X-Men issue number 8. Guys, this one. This issue is really interesting. It has some very interesting things going on in it this week. This week in a lot of the Dawn of X books, we're getting a lot of crossover between all of these titles this week, and just like different characters going into different ones and different things, different storylines, kind of all starting to intersect here. And I've got to say, I really actually enjoyed issue number 8 of X-Men so far. If you guys aren't reading it, the first couple issues seemed a little, I don't know, but it seems like these last few issues have really been picking up the story and picking up the pace and just taking us further into this X-Men series. And this morning, if you missed it, I did drop a video that I kind of shot live-ish and dropped here on the channel, where I was going over some of the Dawn of X titles. And I don't know, when I went back and watched that video, I was kind of like, it was a little early in the morning. Maybe next time I need to let my coffee kick in before I just start flapping my gums about comic books. But anyway, so the next one and last one I have here on my Marvel Comics pull list is going to be The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 41. Guys, if you haven't been paying attention to The Amazing Spider-Man, if you dropped off on it, you need to get back on it. It's actually been really good. And what's been going on these last handful of issues, I've really quite enjoyed. Pretty much ever since they stopped tying everything into it throughout all the series, right? Pretty much, once they stopped doing all these tie-ins to it, I've really enjoyed the book so far. Now, the next one I've got here is on DC Comics. That's right, guys. I do read some DC. I do read some. So what I've got this week is Hawkman issue number, 22 already? Issue number 22 of Hawkman. And guys, Hawkman has been really good. Robert Venditti doing a great job writing this series. The art in this series has been pretty good. I think at some point they did kind of change art in this kind of newer series, just in the books that I've been reading since issue number 10. And I like what they're doing here. Robert Venditti's been doing such a good job with Hawkman that he got me to start reading Justice League now, because he is now writing Justice League from issue number 40 on. And it's been a very good series. So he's got me to read even more DC than I normally do anyway. So hey, sometimes these writers, they really do make the difference. Now that's all I have for Marvel and DC. We're gonna go ahead and move into indies and small press, and we're gonna start off with Image Comics. And this is a new number 1. This is Stealth issue number 1. And I gotta tell you guys, I already read this one, and this book is actually pretty good. I actually thought this series was pretty decent. He's not a new superhero. He's a superhero that's been around for a while, but the situation that's going on here, the setup and everything in the story, this issue number 1, like when I first read it, first couple pages, I was kind of like, oh man, I don't know if I'm really gonna be into this. But by the time we got to the end of this book, I was like, interesting. It's a very interesting setup and premise to what's going on in this story. One I think you guys might want to check out, and if you guys have already got a chance to read this, let me know what you thought about Stealth down in the comments below. Now, the next one I have here is start of a new arc with Reaver, issue number 7. Now, I've got all of the first issues of this series. I really do like issues 1 through 6 of Reaver were pretty good. It started off a little faster and a little bit better at first than it had, then you know, like the first couple issues were the best, and then it kind of teetered off a little bit, and then it picked up again towards the end. And this issue number 7, I gotta say, I actually like the setup and the story that's going on in this book right now. I like what was going on here. This book actually talks a little bit more about one of the main characters here, who was this big guy right here that we know from reading this. What is his name? Essen Breaker. Definitely an interesting story. I can't wait to see where they're going with this next story arc. This is only issue 1 of 5, but we get Essen Breaker in here, and we also get another character from this Reaver series that makes an appearance at the very end of the book. Very good one. Now, the next one I have here is on Aftershock Comics, and this is The Man Who Effed Up Time, issue number 2. Now, I never did get to do a review of issue number 1. Guys, I will do a review of issue number 1 and issue number 2 here together at the same time because I just been, you know, I just kind of fallen behind on some of my reviews here. Like, it's been very busy for my personal life, you know, and just with my business and things like that. I run my own business, so hey, you know, it's all good. Now, the next one I have here, and this is the last one on my comic book pull list. This is going to be on Dynamite Comics. This is issue number 2 of Death to the Army of Darkness, and this is the B cover. Go ahead and check that out. That's a pretty sick cover. Now, I gotta say, issue number 1, I didn't really do a review on this as well. I will do one along with this one. I gotta say, I didn't necessarily like this one as much as I liked the previous series, which was Army of Darkness and Bubba Hotep. I don't know, they didn't nail the Ash character, and I thought this one, I don't know, we'll see. It's only a 5-issue miniseries. We'll stick in there and see how it is. If I end up not liking it, maybe we'll send it out to somebody else. Maybe we'll A-OK it to somebody, because maybe there's somebody else out there who will enjoy that. But that's all I've got for my comic books this week. Guys, let me know down in the comments below. What of these comic books would you like me to do some more reviews of here on the channel coming up? And what is on your comic book pull list? Fenrir Fryer here says, glad they kept Evil Dead alive. Yes. Fanjack says, oh man, I missed it. No, I'm gonna actually, that's just all I got for my comic book pull list. I'm gonna go ahead and, you guys want to take a walk around the shop here? It seems like everybody kind of liked that a little bit the last time. We'll go ahead and take a walk around the shop here and show you guys where we're at. And here's where I'm filming at right here is, oh man, there we go, is right there. Bam. See, this is what I get when I walk into my local comic book shop. I got all these short boxes right here. I need to get some of these, put some of my comic books in. But yeah, I don't know, pretty good. But you can see over here we got all the new issues dropping this week. Now I can tell you this one right here actually dropped last week. They were shorted on their order, but they just got it in, and so here we are. Look, we got some Adler issue number 2. I've been kind of curious about that one. I haven't read that. Cable issue number 1. Guys, I also talked a little bit about that one as well. I got some Ghost Rider, some Green Lantern, Grim Fairy Tales. Yeah, some Xenoscope, got some Gwen Stacy. I ended up getting, you know, if you guys were paying attention a minute ago, I got this cover. I like this cover too. That one's not so bad, but I don't know. You know, I only need one cover of it. It's not anything that I absolutely need. We got some Criminal Macabre. There's that Hawkeye Freefall. There's the A cover of that Hawkman book that I've got. This one right here, guys, this is another big one this week by Jonathan Hickman, Decorum, issue number 1. I got to tell you, I didn't get all the way read through it, but I did get a chance to read some of it, and it's different. Of course, you expect something different from Jonathan Hickman, but it's got like the first half of it. There's a lot of visuals. You know, you're reading, you're looking at a lot of stuff and not reading a whole lot, which is fine because this is a visual medium, the comic books, right? So, yeah, but you know, at the same time, I would like some words as well. I'd like some words as well. And then, ooh, I know you guys just seen that here, huh? Did you guys just see my friend there? Buy some comics, you will. So, yeah, getting back to the comic books in here. Look, we got this, we got these old school spinner racks, man. You gotta love these things, man. I remember, like I was saying last week, I remember when I was growing up, we'd go to the grocery store to get our comic books, and they were just sitting in these things without even the bags and boards, man. Our comic books got beat up, man. Got beat up. And look at all these covers of this Alien Reality. This one was a good one. I like this cover right here. It's a nice one. This one right here is pretty sick too. Now I thought about getting this facsimile copy of Thor, but nah, I don't know, man. It seems like I pick up so many of these things and I never really read them anyway, because I'm too busy reading the books that I've got to stay caught up on anyway and doing the reviews for. A couple of different covers there for Thor, which was a very good book this week. Thor was excellent. Very good. If you haven't been reading Thor, you're going to want to keep up on that. Now, this one right here, I wanted to get to the Silver Surfer Marvel Tales. I wanted to get that one because of this right here, right there, that name. So can you see that name there? Lee, Inyuk Lee. He's the one who does the he does a lot of the covers, and he does some really great covers. I didn't even get any of these neither. I got the True Believers here. Like the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, Celestial Quest, the Young Avengers. Some of these I would like to get. I just, I've already got plenty to read for the week, guys. You guys seen the list of what I've got, and that's pretty much it for the new issues this week. I mean, naturally we've got all kinds of the back issues and everything. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of a small week. Not really a whole lot of books coming out this week. And you know what? If you get, I'm sure some of you guys are like me, and maybe you're even worse. Sometimes you're happy to have a small week. You're happy to have a small week because you're like, man, I've been buying a lot of books, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's kind of nice to get some small weeks. Again, guys, that's all I've got. If you have any questions, like I said, let me know down in the comments below. What's on your comic book pull list, and what of these comic books that's on my comic book pull list would you guys like me to do some more reviews on very soon here on the channel? But that's all I have for this comic book pull list this week, guys. If you have any questions, like I said, let me know down in the comments below. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell. All that good stuff that YouTube tells me to tell you to do. And while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and read some comic books. Get into your local comic book shop, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.